All right, you are listening to Radio Free Brooklyn. My name is Francesca. I am so excited. I am so honored. I am joined here live on Zoom, live on the phone. We're recording this interview. The
Yes.
wonderful Dana Carmel. So nice to
Hi.
see
Oh my
you.
gosh, what a pleasure. I'm so happy to
Such
see
a
you.
pleasure. And
Yeah.
we've been on this like wild journey. I mean, I
I
think
know.
we've been radio friends for over a decade.
Over a decade. I was telling people last night that I was coming on here and they were like, how did you meet? And I'm like, I don't even remember.
No, I don't
I mean,
either.
I don't remember. I feel
You've
like,
just always been a regular. You've
yeah,
just always been on the
totally.
list of
Yeah. In San Francisco, I feel like the KPOO studio was like by my house or something. I can't remember if we met before. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I went on
so
that show a
funny.
couple times actually in San Francisco.
Yeah, that is really funny. I
Yeah.
don't know. You're right. If it was a
Yeah.
show or an
Yeah.
email or a, yeah,
I have no, but here we
I just
are.
have
And
fond memories of you always
exactly.
playing beautiful music on the
I know. Yeah, I had a great
radio.
time there. I was actually thinking, I was like, I have pictures from that, and I don't know where they are, but I'll have to find them so we
Oh,
can
that's
do like
cool.
a,
Yes.
before and after or a before and now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see those.
Yeah,
And so
totally.
now you're in Brooklyn. How long
Yes.
have you been in Brooklyn for?
Been in Brooklyn for 10 years. So it's definitely
Wow.
been over a
It's
decade.
been,
Yeah.
wow. Oh my
Because I
goodness.
moved here in
Okay.
2012. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I left
And
there.
how are you through the pandemic?
I'm good. I mean,
Okay.
like I have my health. Everybody I know has their health, and
Yeah, good.
that's all. Yeah. So I mean, it was hard, obviously, but um, yeah.
I know. I'm
It,
glad to see you. I'm glad to hear your
yeah,
music. I'm glad,
totally.
all of the
Yes,
things. It's just been
totally.
such a wild time.
I know, really is. Yeah.
Has your music changed through the pandemic?
Oh, for sure. Actually, as soon as the pandemic hit, I decided to write a song a day. And so I
Wow,
was writing a song a day for about 30 days and then
that's
extended it.
incredible.
Yeah. It was actually the best thing to do for my energy because it was like I don't know what to do with this time. I'm now like at home. I was living with a roommate who's my best friend from high school, so I was very lucky to have somebody. I wasn't like all alone, and so yeah, I would write a song a day,
Wow.
and
What is that process? Because I imagine every day is different. Some
every day is
songs are
different.
born quickly and
Yep.
some probably you struggled throughout the
Yep.
day. And so, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, no, it really is that. I mean, it really is just like, but it's the commitment to do it that is really
right.
so, that just kind of, it's like you invite the inspiration in. And so then it comes, it's like you
I
just,
love that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I always say it's like you don't have to wait. Inspiration hitting is sort of like a myth. I mean, it does hit,
Right.
obviously, but like you also can just invite it in, daily or
Right. And make
sit
time and
down.
space for it.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. Right. You have to
Yeah.
sort of honor it. You
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
recognize it.
Yeah. And do the work. Like your work is just showing up. And then if you show up, the inspiration sort of shows up
Right.
too. Yeah.
It's
But
so true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were definitely harder days than others, but it was a great, process. And
And what does that look like? I mean, do you hear lyrics first or a melody or like what is
totally.
happening in your artistic mind?
Yeah. The lyrics actually, oddly enough, come last for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is funny because I talked to a songwriter just recently, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's the first thing I do." But for me, it's like I play around on the guitar, and I hear some chord progressions that I like, and then a melody will come in, and then while I'm singing the melody, some words will just come into my head, and rather sometimes they stick around, sometimes they're just like a holding place to find to kind of know what the phrasing is going to be, like where the, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
where the
Yeah.
words are going to fall, and then I work on the lyrics last.
It's really so interesting, right? Because I
Yeah.
imagine the mood and like the atmosphere created by the music tells you what the word, what are you talking about? What are you
Yes.
feeling? What are you, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's a
Totally.
very intuitive, creative process.
Yes. Yeah. Totally. It is. Yeah. It's one I've been doing forever. There was like one time, maybe a couple times where I started with the words first, or like the words just kind of came, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to put this to music. One
Oh,
time
that's
I
so
did
interesting that you
yeah,
remember the one time,
but
because
I
how
know
many songs
exactly.
have you written? I mean, it's
So many.
hundreds, thousands.
Hundreds. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, when I first moved here, actually back here in 2012, I did a project where I wrote a song a week for a year.
Wow.
So I'm really
Wow.
good at those those projects kind of really help me. Just that commitment really helps my creative process. Like I learned so much about creativity and through doing that, because it's like, oh, all I have to do is commit and decide, and then like
do it
and do it. It's
just
like
that,
you sit down
yeah,
and
that motivation.
yeah.
And through that, you help so many, because through the music, you're talking to people. It's all relatable. It's all interconnected. It's inspiring to hear your inspiration.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the hope. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
So
love that. I love that
mhm.
so much. Well,
Yeah.
let's hear some music. So we're set
Okay.
up for some live. Yeah,
Woo!
I love this. This is
I
my
know.
favorite part of the show.
Mine too. I know. I'm like, now I don't even know what to. There's so many, because I also have released. I mean, I've also released an album since we last.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll have to talk about that after
We'll
this
talk about
song. How
that.
exciting.
Okay, so I was gonna play one from my album, and then you can tell me too if you want to hear some from my project, from all my projects. Yeah, I have a lot to choose from. Yeah. Okay, so this is a song called Coast, and I wrote this with a friend, and her name is Sarah Mack. Okay. I'm sitting on top of the moment. I can't seem to sink in. No, I'm caught in between where I'm going and where I've been. Well, yesterday is only a memory of who I was and where I've been. Oh, it's hard to forget all the faces and things I've seen. Coast, coast, through the air I float, float, rocking to and fro. I ride the wave till I find home. Ooh, tomorrow is only a wonder of where I go and who I'll be, and I just get so stuck trying to see. Coast, coast, through the air I float, float, rocking to and fro. I ride the wave till I find home. Ooh, well, I can't keep doing this to myself. It's all I think about, drink about, and nothing helps. And all I need is time to find what's mine all by myself. And I hope when I get there, I'll know. But for now, I coast, coast, through the air I float, float, rocking to and fro. I ride the wave till I find home. I'm sitting on top of the I can't seem to sink in. No, I'm caught in between where I'm going or where I've been. I'm sitting on top of the I can't seem to sink in. No, I'm caught in between where I'm going and where I've been. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Wow. Oh, I love you so much.
Thanks.
You're
Thank you.
amazing. I mean, this is
Aw.
on Zoom that you bring such beauty.
Oh,
I work
thanks.
with so many musicians and there's such fussiness that happens. And
Oh,
you're just
really?
pure talent. I mean,
Oh
it's
my gosh.
amazing. You
What a
just
great
did
compliment.
that. Yeah.
I
That
did.
just happened. That's
It did.
amazing.
Oh, that's so
You're
nice. Thank you.
amazing. Oh,
Thank
I'm
you so
so
much.
impressed. I'm
Oh,
blown
thank you.
away always by you.
Oh, what a
That song
joy.
is
Thank you
beautiful.
so much.
How
Yeah.
do people find it? How do we support you?
Yeah, so that's on my album. It's called my album is called Little Red Heart, and it's on Spotify and all the places. If you want to support, you can buy it on Apple. But actually, a really cool thing that I'm doing, which I want to mention, is that do you know what Least of All Records is? Have you heard of that?
No,
Least of
no.
All Sound Recordings. It's actually really cool. It's here in Brooklyn, and what you do is basically I go into a studio and record live, like I do it kind of like this, and they put it right to vinyl, direct to
That's
vinyl.
awesome.
So this
That's
would
so
go,
cool.
yep, right to vinyl. And let me just make sure that this is okay. Sorry, my computer is telling me things. So it goes right to vinyl, and you can pre-order. So if you wanted to, and each record is unique. It's one song. If it's a pre-order. So if if 3 people were to order the same song, each one would be unique. You'll have the only one of it in the world.
That's amazing. So they press each custom order.
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm
Performance
surprised
that
I
I
don't
do.
know them. I love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, totally. It's really cool. So if you wanted to choose that song, for example, then I would,
That is so cool. And your album is Little Red Heart. What does
yes.
that mean? Where did that title come
It
from?
came from a song actually called Little Red Heart, which I could play if you want, I guess.
Sure.
What you tell me. I don't know how many songs you want me to, but yeah, it came from a song. The first words are Little Red Heart, and basically it's just kind of around how sometimes there's like different parts of your body feels like taking over, like your heart can be taking over, your voice can be taking over, and you're just kind of like, I'm gonna get back in control.
That sort of inner conflict where
Yes,
you're like
exactly.
intellect and your emotions are in opposition.
Totally. Yeah. Yes,
Like
exactly.
you sort of know what you should. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, the
I
first
love
words
that.
are like Little Red Heart. You don't seem so smart, which is, in retrospect, it's not so nice. But sometimes, it is like,
It's
what's going
honest.
on, little heart? Yeah.
That's so honest.
Yeah.
Would you say your musical process is like therapeutic? I mean,
Oh,
I
for
would
sure.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually don't know what I would do if I didn't. Like, I feel so grateful for this ability and talent, because I don't know how I would do it otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, probably you feel the same way with your art. Like, I mean, I can't draw to save my life, but
Absolutely, I do. I mean, I process it all through painting. Yeah. I mean, you're
totally.
very generous with your emotions. It's as a listener, I feel really grateful because I
Oh,
feel like you're just so honest and raw. And like, I felt this way. I'm like, I know I felt that way too. And I wasn't able to articulate it the way you did. You just said it for me.
oh, well, thanks.
It's like
That's the
it's a
goal.
beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Do
Thank
you
you.
ever feel like you have to pull back from being too open, too vulnerable? Or are you
Sometimes.
like, I've nailed it, like I've said it all?
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes there is a song that is like that feels like my most vulnerable song.
Yeah.
That I wrote. Did I write it during the project? No, I just wrote it sort of recently. And then I played it out, and I had a couple of friends really just be like, that's my favorite one. And I'm like, oh wow, really? I can play it if you want.
I love it. I mean, I'm like, yes, play them all. Play them all.
It's up to you, really. I mean, I don't want to,
What do you think? I mean, between this one and Little Red Heart, I mean, both are so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's interesting, that process of being therapy, getting out your emotions, but then also like, oh, this is about to be public.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm going to sell this on Spotify.
Totally. Yeah. No, it's interesting because like
It is really interesting.
The one that I do that feels very vulnerable, like I sort of always preface it with like, don't worry, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's a half joke, but it's like, because sometimes, as you know too, I'm sure with your painting, it's like, it's just a snapshot of the moment.
Yes.
And it feels like, it's like, this is what I was feeling in that moment. I capture the snapshot with sound, with music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so,
yeah.
it was
It's
just
a journey, right? And it is a
right.
snapshot.
It
That's
was
such a beautiful way to say that.
yeah. So it's like I go back and I'm sort of showing you the picture of that time, but obviously I've moved on. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I've moved on. I mean,
I've been
not
singing this song now 12 years.
right,
Like,
exactly. Well, it depends.
yeah,
Yes, this new one is a little bit newer, but I am kind
yeah.
of yeah,
But
like
the audience gets attached. You know, I can imagine they have favorites that they want you to keep reliving and they
yes,
want you to, yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so it's really so powerful. I mean,
yeah,
I appreciate all of it. So I think, and I also think that if people are so concerned too, you're really doing a good job.
right,
You know, that the
yeah,
listeners like worry about you as a person, you
right.
know?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they do. It's just it's like a
I
preemptive
imagine.
sort of
Yes.
preemptive,
Yes.
like, oh, is she all right?
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
let's hear that song then.
Okay,
I would
let's hear
love
it.
to. Yeah, and
All
then I
right.
encourage everyone to look up Little Red Heart.
That's yeah. So this, by the way, is the only place it's been recorded or been live. So
Yay, that's such a gift. Thank
yeah,
you.
of course.
So
But
excited.
and you can also order it for your record if anybody out there is
Love
listening
that
and wants
too.
to. Yeah, totally. So it's called "Until You Come." I'm sitting on the floor again, listen to the thoughts in my head. Well, they know me, and they're so mean, telling me I'm wasting time, searching for someone I won't find. Need to stay strong until you come. So please don't take too long. I've been waiting, but I'm fading. I'd rather be alone than with someone who is wrong. Until you come, I'm fighting with my heart again. It's telling me I got to have faith. Well, I'm trying to find it. So every now and then I get on my knees and I start to pray. Need to believe it to see it. So please don't take too long. I've been waiting, but I'm fading. I'd rather be alone than with someone who is wrong. Until you come. Tomorrow's another day, and I never know what'll come my way. I never know how it could change. Yes, it could all change. So please don't take too long. I've been waiting, but I'm fading. I'd rather be alone than with someone who is wrong. Until you please don't take too long. Ooh, I've been waiting, but I'm fading. I'd rather be alone than with someone who is wrong. Until you come.
Yay. Oh, I have chills. I'm crying. That's such
Aw,
a beautiful song.
thank
I think you
you.
speak to so many people. I was like, did I write this?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think that's
So
probably why
good.
people love it. Yeah.
Oh, I
Thanks.
love it.
Oh,
So
thanks.
plug, how do people find it? And you said this is the first time it's been recorded? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes,
Thank
a
you for
premiere.
that.
Sure. I know. I'm
Wow.
kind of. I have so many songs that need to be recorded, honestly, because I'm writing all the time, which is
That's
great.
so
It's
fabulous.
fabulous, but it's like one of
Yeah.
those cycles I feel like I can't catch up.
Yeah, yeah. This is going to be one of those old school, like recording from the radio. This is your
Yes.
chance to get the song on a cassette tape.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, so that one, I mean, if you want to have it recorded, the best way to do it would be to order it on vinyl.
That's
Um,
so cool.
and if you
I love
don't,
that.
yeah, exactly. If you don't have a vinyl thing, I'm actually trying to, there are some record players that are, a lot of people don't have records players.
Right.
So I'm trying,
Right.
there are some that are fairly cheap. I'm doing the recording or on November 14th for Least of All. And so it's also, I'm kind of proposing it as a really great gift to give around the
Yeah,
holidays. I mean, if you wanted to buy a record player for $50 and a record for, you could
that's
spend
fabulous.
under
Records are
$100
so
and
cool. I
they're
mean, they
so
sound
cool.
better.
I
I
know.
love
Yeah.
records.
And it'll be live. Like you'll literally have the only version in the world. So
Priceless. Yeah,
priceless.
it's so
Exactly.
cool. I love everything about that. People need to,
Exactly.
yeah, people need to listen to more vinyl. It's more
Exactly.
authentic. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to though ask
Yeah,
about your
please.
projects.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So,
Um,
so you did one song a day for 30 days during the
yep.
pandemic. That's
Yes.
incredible. Have you
Yes.
recorded any of those songs? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's on the list. Yeah, that's
You're
on the
sitting on
list.
a gold mine. This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. And what are some of your other projects that you've been working on? I know
Um,
you're always very busy.
I know. I'm trying. I'm actually creating a course for songwriters.
Wow.
Yeah, to help songwriters write more, and also just to write. Well, I'm actually trying to figure out what people need help with. Is the truth. So if you're a songwriter out there and you want to let me know what you need help with. But yeah, the idea is basically to create for the creative process and not because you're like trying to write a hit song. I feel like
Yeah.
so many people just try to write from like how it's going to sound rather than what we were talking about, writing from like the inside out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so
Like it's all about the final product and not
right.
the journey and the
And the
process.
process,
And out
exactly.
the gate, you're not going to create this one hit wonder. I mean, it's a weird
Right.
way to think. I mean, the
Right.
expectations are just off.
Totally.
People create their entire lives,
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And
I know. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
totally.
important. It's important that people recognize that, I think.
Yeah. So I think I'm in my head, it's sort of like, I mean, I'm in the beginning stages of creating it, but it is kind of to help people or to encourage people to write like a song a week you don't have to do it for a year, but maybe like 6 weeks. So I sort of take them on the journey of just committing and deciding to
Yeah.
write a song, because you learn so much by the commitment alone and the decision alone to just put that energy and time into your craft.
Yeah. And
And
there's
and it,
something beautiful with the multiple numbers. Like it loses the preciousness or something.
exactly.
You
Like
know,
yeah,
like
it doesn't have
art.
to be perfect. Like your
Right.
songs don't
Right.
have to be like, there is such a thing as like the shitty first draft. Like you
Right.
have to like get,
Right. It's a good
some,
thing.
yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah,
And you continue to evolve and build on it and you continue to grow from that point. Yeah. I
totally.
mean, these
Yeah.
things don't happen overnight. It's a
No,
lifetime journey.
totally. Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that you're giving people that gift of just that understanding, just even opening that door of creative process. Because I think that thinking the final product wouldn't be worthy is what paralyzes people.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
such a backwards, nobody cares about your
No.
final product.
No,
You
no,
know?
yeah, you just have to get there. And it's like,
Right.
in that song a week project, for example, when I did it for a whole year, week 51 was a song. It's on my album actually. It's called Castle. You can go look that up. But I
Yay, I
submitted
will.
it to like an awards thing, like a songwriting.com, and it won runner up, which was
Yay.
so awesome.
Yeah,
But it
and
was
good for
like,
you to put it out there. That's
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. But the sort
Yeah.
of the lesson I was like, you have to get to 50, you have to write 50 songs before that to
Right.
get, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't skip from 1 to 103. Like you have to write the first 102, or what? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
1,000%. a
totally.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's so true. And then also knowing that you don't self-reject, you put it out into contests, you play it for people, because there's also that narrative in your head, that it's not going to be good enough. People won't like, it's not going to win.
Right.
It's not. And then you just never share it.
Right, exactly. It's like the hiding, like there's a lot of, and I've done it too, like just hiding to the point where it's like wait, no, but this is a disservice to not only my music, but also like the people who,
who grew from
want to
it.
hear it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason you're an artist. It's a gift to the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So how do people take your course, or it's still in development?
It's in development, but you can,
Okay.
the best way to do it would go to sign up for my mailing list, which you can do at danacarmel.com, and you can get 5 songwriting prompts to get you started now. If you're not a songwriter, you still can join. It's been really fun. My newsletters lately have been taking a song. Like I have so many songs, so I take a song either from my album or from my, all the projects or whatever, and I just talk about how I wrote it, how it came about. And it's been really fun. I just kind of tell stories about each song. So if you're interested in that, you can also get on the newsletter.
Good.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you don't know yet that you're a songwriter, they should find you.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I think everyone, I mean, it's a muscle, right? It's like
Right,
anything else. I
right.
mean, you can sort of, you can train it to get better.
I love it.
Yeah.
And when do you plan to record these songs that you have not yet recorded? That's no pressure, but I'm
that is the question.
to hear it.
I'm hoping 2023. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
That's
guess I can just do singles. That's one of my things, is because I kind of grew up in the album thing. So I'm like, I need a whole album. But now the fact that it's like, you don't actually. You just need to record singles. I mean, the hardest part will be choosing which songs to do, because there are just a lot.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say I do love your albums because it is a journey. I mean, they're very thoughtfully curated.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, all of it's good.
All of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
So one more time, please plug everything. How do people find you, support you?
Yeah.
What's the next album coming out? What does the future hold? Tell us.
Future holds more music, always more music. I would say the best thing to do is go to danacarmel.com. You can sign up for things, listen to my album there. Follow me on Instagram, Dana Carmel Music. That's DANACARMEL, Carmel, like the city in California. Just find me on all the things and reach out. Like, I want to talk to everybody, songwriters and non-songwriters alike. I think we're all creative in some way. So my medium is songwriting, yours is art, but like, I think it's important that we follow those passions, and, even if it's not the hit song, even if it's just to create something out of nothing, it's like the best feeling in the world.
Absolutely. It's human spirit, it's and the process of all is the same or similar.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I love it. Yeah, totally.
And you're in Brooklyn too, so keep us posted as you have shows coming up. I'm always happy to promote your good work. I adore you as always.
I adore you too. Thanks. What a joy.
So what are we going to go out with tonight?
Okay, so this song, I think this is a fan favorite, so I'm going to play it. It's not on my album. Can't find it anywhere. It's gonna be number one priority for getting it recorded. But you can order it on the Least of All thing, and all that info is on my website. So it's called Hello Moon, and this one I wrote when I was traveling in Italy. Italy is one of my favorite places in the world, and I feel or have felt very, very inspired there. So it's about 5 years ago, actually to the like season. I was there in the fall of 2017, and was in this place called Positano, which some of you might know is on the Amalfi Coast, and it's like the most beautiful place. And I came home I had been like playing around with a melody, and I actually have the process up on my YouTube as well. I recorded it somehow. I had the inkling to record it, but I came home and was playing with a melody, and then the next night I came home and I had like this little balcony. It was literally just like paradise, and there was a full moon, and so I was just like, oh, hello moon, and as I tend to talk out loud, and then I was like, that, like, I think that goes with the melody that I was playing with yesterday, and so this is called Hello Moon. It was really just my conversation with the moon and for the moon and to the moon. It's called Hello Moon. Okay. Hello Moon. every time I feel I'm on the road to somewhere, it leads me nowhere fast. And every time I think about forever, well, it never seems to last. So talk to me and tell me what you see. Tell me how it feels to be forever high. Tell me how you shine throughout the darkest night. How it feels to have a soul basking in your light. Yeah, talk to me tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. Hello, moon. Well, I'm in such a mood. And when I don't know where to turn, I look for you. And when I see your lovely face, you tell me I don't have to wait to feel something different than I do. So talk to me and tell me what you see. Tell me how it feels to be forever high. Tell me how you shine throughout the darkest night. How it feels to have a soul basking in your light. Yeah, talk to me tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. 'Cause every time I feel I'm on the road to somewhere, it leads me nowhere fast. And every time I think about forever, well, it never seems to last. So talk to me and tell me what you see. Tell me how it feels to be forever high. Tell me how you shine throughout the darkest nights. How it feels to have a soul basking in your light. And talk to me tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. Hello, moon.
Yay. Oh, the moon. So beautiful.
Aw, thanks.
Yay. I mean,
Yay.
again, we've all had conversations with the moon. You know, it's such a beautiful way you articulate it, what that is.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It's really like
Yay.
my favorite, if I can say my favorite but it's really like, tell me how you shine throughout the darkest nights, you know?
Yeah.
It just feels like, you know, sometimes you're like, what are your secrets, Moon? Because we all have dark nights, you know? And it's like, how do I keep shining through them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea of forever doesn't
Right.
mean anything. I mean, it doesn't last.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a day to day. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Forever
I
comes
love
day
that
by
one.
day.
I love
Yeah.
them all. I love
Aw,
them
thanks.
all. So
Thanks.
danacarmel.com. That's where
Yes,
everybody
that's the
needs
one.
to go.
Go check it out. Yeah. A lot of things coming up. Yeah, I have the least of all thing there as well. So if you want to buy a record, um,
I love that so much.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
And keep
Yeah.
us posted on your upcoming gigs. I
I
would
will.
love to see you
Oh
live.
my gosh, I
Always a good
know.
time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next thing. I've been playing. I play at Rockwood. Uh, you know Rockwood, and do Do you know Rockwood?
In Brooklyn?
No, it's in Manhattan. It's in the Lower East Side. It's a great venue.
Oh,
Rockwood
nice.
Music
Nice.
Hall. Yeah, one of the
When are you
stages
there
there.
next? Do you know?
I don't know, but I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay.
Yeah, soon.
Well, keep us posted. I'm
I
always
will.
happy to promote, and I have
Thanks.
airwaves for you any day,
Oh,
anytime.
thank you so much. What a
I look
joy.
forward
Me
always.
too. Me too.
Okay, well, thank you so
Awesome. Thank
much.
you so much. It was
Yes,
such a joy.
always,
Yes,
always. And
I'll
we'll
let
be
you
in
know.
touch soon.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Thank you. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye. See
Bye.
you soon.
Yep.